This minute of Skate the Infinity starts with Reki and Langa deciding what course they're going to do today.
And ends with a big high five. This is minute 3 of episode 7. What's it called?
We don't balance out.
We don't balance out. Should have written it down.
Our fault. They did change it on us.
They did change it. We don't mesh together well.
No.
Hello, Caitlin.
Hi, Jonathan. We're
what
back.
course are we going to take today?
Welcome back to your regularly scheduled programming, everyone.
Yeah, where we haven't done these minutes already. It's the first fresh eyes.
Yes.
And it feels good.
Yes, welcome everyone else to Infinite Minute, an anime by minute podcast where we talk about Skate the Infinity minute by minute. I'm Caitlin.
I'm Jonathan. And it's an idyllic start to the day, which I seem to recall we talked about this, that it may be repeated later, this same journey.
Yes,
but under different circumstances.
Yes. And it also has the returns of the Sims music, not to bring up Sims again. But yes, definitely reminds me of the renovation music.
Yeah, it's very music you could have in the background for half an hour.
Yeah.
Which, that being said, this feels longer than a minute. It felt really long. And I looked at, the first time I looked at the time, it was at 2 minutes 30. And I was just like, wow, this is an extended minute.
Yeah, I think because there's lots of long traveling shots that it feels long.
It does.
Yeah, something about traveling minutes I think always feel longer.
Yeah, bit of transitional spaces. They break the pole with their high five dap.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so the separation is broken there, but I'm interested to see how separations are maintained later on.
So am I. All about that symbolism.
Me too. That being said, big wood.
Okay. Okay, I was also not sure what they meant by this. They don't go into a big wood.
No.
So perhaps that's just the name of the
ramp is wooden. Maybe that's the big wood that they're referring to, not the big wood that everyone got when they changed it to an actual indirect kiss. I mean, it is... Oh. So I will say, they just made it more obvious visually in the Blu-ray. But the indirect kiss is still here in the TV version.
Yes, you just don't see Langa drink from it first.
No, but you hear him drink from it.
I didn't notice
which is
that.
Insanely weird once you notice it.
Yeah.
Because I was watching it in English and I thought you were drinking water and I looked up and you were muted and I was like, who's drinking water? Why is there this weird sound of drinking water? And then I watched it again in the Japanese and I was like, oh, it's Langa.
Wow, I didn't notice that.
No, I didn't notice it until a third watch, but the sound of the indirect kiss is there. It's just, they just made it more visually obvious.
Canon, indirect kiss, canon.
Oh, yeah, it is. You can actually hear him drinking and it's so weird once you notice it.
I'm going to have to listen to it
It's such a weird
again.
sound effect. Yeah, I recommend giving it another listen. Just to hear, Langa gulping on some big wood.
Also, it's called wet charge or something, the water bottle?
Wet charge, I didn't notice.
I swear, when we get to that part, I swear it's called wet charge.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Did we talk about Reki having his backpack strapped up at the front?
We did talk about it. Because remember we were talking about how year 7s go to school with their backpack.
Oh, yeah. Classic image.
Yeah, we did talk about it.
A year 7 with their backpack strapped up.
Oh,
yeah.
Cute.
Love that.
Reki do a big smile.
Reki do a big smile? When he drink? No, before he drink.
No, before he drinks.
Quite a lot of language shots.
When he says that it sounds good that they go do big woods, and it makes me sad seeing him so happy at the start of this episode because I know it's going to get worse. I was actually surprised the first time when we get to it, when Langa does the big jump. I was actually surprised that Reki was so happy Because I thought that must have started straight away, him being like jealous, but it doesn't for some reason. He's just like immediately happy.
His impossible war ride.
Yeah, actually, I think I remember us talking about this at some point where not in one of our lost episodes, but at another time, which was that I don't think Reki starts feeling bad until other people start pointing it out that Lunga's really good. And I think people even start saying really mean stuff about Reki, like for no reason. Like they just start calling him like a spare or something. Like it's really harsh. But he doesn't see himself as like being any like worse off until other people start pointing it out, which is really sad.
Yeah, does it start with these kids when they're like, "Whoa, that kid's so much cooler than you"?
But even then, he doesn't look upset about that. He looks really proud because he's like sort of, I guess, Lunga's like teacher. I don't know, not teacher.
And that being said, we haven't got to it yet, but the trick that Reki does kind of harder than the one Lunga does.
I was gonna say that one looks really hard.
Yeah, but they don't make a meal of it.
No.
But anyway, they're skateboarding down to the big wood.
Yes, they are.
We get a quick shot of Lunga. You hear the gulps.
Yeah. The gulps.
Yeah, wet charge.
Wet charge, was I right?
You were right.
That's disgusting.
And the way Reki's holding it, it looks like he's selling it.
Yeah.
Drink wet charge.
It does. Definitely, it looks like a little promo. There's a little silhouette of a dude running on it. So it's a sports drink maybe.
Pocari Sweat.
But this is lovely, the way that they're just skating along.
No, it is nice. You really see the difference in length between Lunga's skateboard and Reki's skateboard. Speaking of big wood.
We're not going to get into talking penis sizes on the podcast one day, are we? When we're really like desperate for content. Drunk or desperate for content for a buffer episode. We'll be like, all right, how long do we think everybody...
Yeah. What are they packing? That we'll have to wait until they're over age.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
In season 2 before we can start unwrapping that can of worms, literally.
Oh, literally. They're scooting along.
This shot of them going along this railing is so nice with all the big buildings in the background.
It's beautiful.
But they look, quite simple, but it's nice to have this moment.
So many of these rolling backgrounds throughout the whole show. It's beautiful.
Lunga's foot is like twisted in a weird way. I think it's just the way the shoe looks.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like the front of the shoe. It looks like the back of the shoe.
Yeah, it does look really weird,
If he had his leg like that, he'd be like completely twisted.
That does look strange.
That's funny. And then they go to this underpass.
Yeah.
Get this shot of like this, this bridge going over. But the camera is leading us to the bottom.
Yeah, and this part actually like stressed me out how fast they were going. Because they were going really, really fast down this hill.
And Reki's pushing downhill.
Yeah, they both do it. Which is terrifying to me.
And there's a bit of suspension of disbelief here where like only Reki is in this shot and then Lunga like comes out after, if you know what I mean. Like Lunga was way closer to him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think he stops. He must stop.
But how would he stop after just having pushed downhill?
Yeah.
But then, Reki, on this, like, street rail, Reki does a 50-50 to kickflip, which would be so much harder than what Lunga does.
I'm so glad you know the names of these things. So what's a 50-50?
It might actually be a heel flip. 50-50 is when you grind on the thing.
The rail.
Yeah, you grind on the rail on
both
like the part
wheels.
of the skateboard that's grinding. Yeah, is both trucks. Yeah, trucks. Both trucks on the rail.
It's so interesting that the board keeps moving when you do that.
Yeah, it's just balance.
And the momentum is from the wheels and the jump.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've seen videos of people like they start a 50-50 just like without any movement. Yeah, like they just like jump, they like step up onto the board and just like balance it out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think it might actually be a heel flip, not a kick flip, which arguably harder.
He's good. He's a good skater.
Reki's great. Rail slide into flip trick is not, casual
it actually
hours.
Annoys me how much everyone shits on him. It's like, you do what he does. Just because Langa's better doesn't mean he's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
No, it is a good point. It's like, just because there is someone way better, doesn't make him any worse. Yeah.
But maybe people visibly say that shit about him in this episode, which pisses me off. But I know a lot of it is internalized as well, but,
And Langa loves the trick that Reki does.
He does. He gets so excited. Yeah, he's like, I want to do trick too.
Down to Big Wood.
Do we think this is Big Woods?
I think this is Big Wood.
Do we think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big Wood ramp. Have we gotten to the dodgy bit of animation for you?
Yeah. When he does the curve on the hill.
Oh, it looks like he's off the hill.
It's so strange. I did not like it at all.
And
I watched it a few times, and every time I was like, ugh, I hate this animation.
Yeah, it's almost like Langa has been put on top of a static background.
Yeah.
I mean, he has been. That's what's happened.
But they haven't adjusted
more
the
obvious
animation to make it fit with the physics of the background somehow. It was just threw me off.
Yeah. Yeah, it is weird, isn't it?
But
it's very quick.
It's super quick, and it's only because we're, watching it like idiots. But I did like the bit before that where we get the fun zoom in and out on the board. We've had a few times when Langa's skating where it starts in and then kind of zooms out. I always love when they do that.
It was nice.
Yeah. But then he does big jump.
Big wall ride. And he smears the paint.
Yeah.
Of the star.
Which
my question was, how did that get there in the first place?
Great question. Although, I've seen graffiti places and I'm like, how?
How did you get there?
Do you ever see graffiti and you're like, honestly, how did that get there? Sometimes
I always like to look for their path, yeah.
Because sometimes I'll see it on the top of buildings and I'll be like, truly, what did you do to get up there? Freaks me out.
Risking their lives.
Yeah, legit.
So it mustn't be paint, right? It must be chalk or something like that.
Yeah, or it could be fresh paint. Maybe someone just did it 2 minutes ago.
One of those kids.
Maybe.
I just drew that.
You bitch.
That's in Mate the Infinity. The abridged version.
Yeah.
Hey.
But yeah, he gets up there and then he floats to the ground.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the wall ride quite yet.
Yeah.
He really does float to the ground. In the time it takes Reki to gasp. But yeah, he floats to the ground, skates off, and all the kids are watching with their little backpacks on too.
I guess they were just hanging.
Yeah, just walking to school.
They were just hanging out, walking to school maybe?
Or walking to not school because it's summer, holidays, and they're all dressed casually.
Yeah, that's true. I loved Matt saying badass.
Yes,
badass.
So funny.
That was so cute.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it.
No, neither. I loved it.
As opposed to pretty good. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, pretty good.
Seeing that and just being like, pretty good.
But in my opinion, Reki's trick was way cooler.
That's so interesting. I have no concept either way, so.
Yeah. I mean, Langa's trick is literally just it's difficult physics-wise in that it's impossible.
Yes.
But wall riding is not, to me, wall riding is not cooler than a rail slide into a flip trick. Yeah. Especially if it's part of a line.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There you go.
But that's just me.
So maybe it's just the height that was the cool thing.
I think it is the height. Yeah. The height he's getting off Big Wood is really something. But yeah, the kids, they've each got their own thing going on, these kids.
Yeah.
We've got shorts, we've got 3/4 lengths, and we've got one with pants too long.
Yeah,
has to roll
rolled
them
up. The one on the right is giving me real,
Tucked in.
like, Pokemon vibes. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Well, it's because he's wearing shorts, which are comfortable and easy to wear.
yeah, possibly that's it.
He's a youngster.
Yeah. I think it's also the haircut for some reason.
Yeah.
It's very,
The
like,
kids are
pro-tag.
so derpy. They're so derpy. Far
They are a
out. They
bit.
look so bad. I feel like there's going to be a lot of that
Oh, yeah.
for the next few episodes. So sorry in advance.
Yes.
But yeah, we're going to shit on it.
They're shook, though. Shook by how high he got.
What's that trick called? And the third one, obviously, a woman.
Always.
I had no idea you could jump that high. And Reki does the classic cross arms and nod knowingly.
Is it pretty, would you say it's pretty much like standard for any male character under the age of like 12 on a show to be voiced by a woman?
I'd say it's pretty common, yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, the precedent is for us, I guess, Pokemon.
Yeah, Ash.
Yeah, has always been voiced by a woman.
That's true.
Yeah.
And Pikachu.
Yeah. True.
Can't believe they actually had I mean, it makes sense. Obviously, someone needed to say Pikachu, but like...
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh my God.
I actually love Detective Pikachu, though.
It's great. It was so good.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Needs to be another one.
Yeah, so good. I was accidentally racist when I watched that movie.
Oh, no.
Not to spoil Detective Pikachu for everyone. But very early on, I was like, oh, what if it's his dad? And I was like, no, but it's Ryan Reynolds. Just, because I'm racist.
Yeah, there's no such thing as interracial
a biracial
marriage.
family? No.
Yeah. Yeah, I shouldn't say interracial.
Oh, yeah.
It's old school. Myself being the product of a biracial coupling. Ew, my parents are sexual beings.
No, it was good though. I think they did that really well though, because I think a lot of people
Yeah.
would have been the same as me and would not have expected it.
But you know what? It was really good. In fact, might be my movie of the year.
Ooh.
The new Puss in Boots. Actually incredibly hype.
I've heard so many people say this.
It's so good. It's like actually amazing. I can't fault it. It's like a 10 out of 10.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Did
so
you go
good.
see it the other night?
Yeah.
Do you have to have seen any of the other Puss in Boots movies?
No.
You could just see it as a standalone?
Yeah, there's like one running gag and Salma Hayek's character comes from like the second movie, but other than that, you don't need to know anything.
Maybe I'll
You don't even
have
need
to
to know
watch
that it's based from Shrek, apart from there's like, spoilers, Shrek sequel bait at the end of it.
Oh, is there?
Which it definitely did not need. But it also like raises the topic of like some of these characters exist in the Shrek universe.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
some
yeah.
of the stuff that they've added to the Shrek canon is wild.
Yeah, right.
in the Puss in Boots movies, yeah.
Okay.
But it was fantastic, yeah.
Right. I have
Loved
heard
it.
that. So maybe I'll have to see it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to see it.
Go see it with some kids in the theater, in the cinema. But no, it was really good.
Oh, good,
Yeah,
good.
thoroughly recommend. But anyway, Reki nods knowingly. That's my buddy.
And then Lunga skate back and they do a big high five.
I thought it was Reki skate forward.
Oh, you could be right.
One of them's moving.
Actually, you are correct.
And yeah, they do big high five and happy laugh. We're friends.
Yes, they do.
And that's it. That's the minute.
That's the minute.
Kind of just catch this transition to this big building, but not really.
Oh, yes, which makes me think we're getting some political intrigue, maybe.
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling political intrigue.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think that might be what we're about to get.
We've got the if we do want to talk about this shot that it cuts to, pretty much right on the 3-minute mark, we've got the Shisa up the top.
I did notice that, yes.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Chilling. Feels like a real building for sure.
Oh, absolutely. We'll have to try and work out what it is in the next step.
Oh, yeah. I love the detail of the silhouette of the silhouetted shadow of the other buildings.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. I didn't notice that. That's beautiful.
It's really nice.
Oh, that's stunning. Oh, stunning.
Good work. But that is the minute. That's the wall ride. I wasn't expecting the wall ride so soon, but there it is.
Neither. What was your favourite moment?
I mean, for the Renga of it, like the indirect kiss is great, and the fact that I'd never noticed that it was actually in the TV bit. But I actually think I like. I just like the vibe of the minute. I know we say vibe too much, but I like the. It really is like a calm before the storm moment. It's very nice and idyllic.
Yeah.
So I think I just like the general
The Sims
atmosphere.
music.
Yeah, the Sims music, corporate music is great. But yeah, I like the vibe.
Yeah, cute.
What about you?
I think the badass moment with Reki was really cute. I like that. Badass. And I think I'm just like savoring all of the happy Reki, like just taking it in and appreciating it while we have it, because it's going to be a while.
It's not going to last.
We're
going to get some sad shots of Reki looking longingly at phones.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's it. You can tweet at us if you like on infinite_minute on Twitter.
And you can email us infiniteminutepodcast@gmail.com.
We see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.